Time for a bathroom movie review, and aloha! Got the beach shorts, the Jesus slippers, and the whole new tie from Auntie. So I think we're ready for this review. So we got another live action movie from Disney. Thank goodness they realized we were tired of original content. I mean, the original Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Just give me more remakes. And I cannot wait until we get the VHS sequels, like Mulan 2, Lion King 2, Little Mermaid 2 and 3. I just can't wait till they make those into live action remakes. Yeah, obviously I'm joking, but to be honest, I am not on the hate train of Disney live action remakes. I have enjoyed some of them, others have obviously been rough. But yeah, I wish Disney would make some original live action content again, rather than just Star Wars, Marvel, Disney live action remakes. And don't get me wrong, I love Marvel, I love Star Wars, but maybe just slow it down a little bit and give us at least one Disney live action a year that is not a remake. Is that too much to ask a multi-billion-dollar company? So back to the point. Disney's live-action Lilo and Stitch. The film was directed by Dean Fleischerkamp. Fleischerkamp? Anyways, as far as I know, he has not done many other movies, but he did make Marcel the Shell with shoes on. Come on, I can't be the only one who saw it. Honestly, Dean did a good job with this film. Yeah, these shorts are feeling a little short. But hey, it's 2025. Guys should be allowed to wear Daisy Dukes. Come on, get over yourself. This is one of the first live action remakes in a long time that I was super excited to see, at least based on the trailers I saw and all the marketing. And wow, did Disney go hard on the marketing for this film. I mean, can you honestly blame them after that whole Snow White fiasco? All right, so there's no point going over the plot in detail because hopefully you've seen the original. And if you haven't, okay, are you happier now? I'm a little more modest. Got my lava on. So we all know the film. Basically, an experiment of DNA culminates in our main character, Stitch, who escapes... why do I always bite my tongue? I've been told I talk too fast. I'm working on it. Stitch then escapes from being sent to intergalactic prison and winds up on Kauai, Hawaii. Sad, parentless 6-year-old Lilo wishes upon a star, also known as Stitch crash landing, that she would finally get a friend, and boom! Stitch arrives to answer the call. Or wish. Whatever. So, here's what I liked about the film. Overall, they did a good job on this film. We got Chris Sanders back as the voice of Stitch 23 years after the original, and Stitch looked amazing. I love the design, and it looked real. Well, as real as an alien could look. And basically, for the most part, Stitch did Stitch things that we all enjoy. And the star of the show, Maya Kealoha, really did crush it as Lilo. She was so innocent, yet funny and quirky, while also at times being wise beyond her years. And then Nani, played by Sydney Elizabeth Agudong. I have not seen her before, but she did great. And also, shame on the people that were saying she was not Hawaiian enough to play the role of Nani. I saw people complaining that she's not pure Hawaiian. Now, I'm not an expert, but I lived in Hawaii for 2 years and have a lot of Hanai Ohana over there. And as far as pure Hawaiian goes, the most I met was my Auntie Blossom, who is 70% Hawaiian. Being Hawaiian is being from Hawaii, which I get some history happened, and I get it wasn't great. But it's 2025, there's been a lot of interracial relationships, but those people are still Hawaiian. So yeah, she did great. We got Zach Galifianakis as Jumba, which he did do a good job, but for me, it wasn't the right fit. With the personality changes to Jumba and the voice change, it just took away from how lovable Jumba was in the original. I really wanted my vague Russian-sounding Jumba back. But then there's Pleakley, played by Billy Magnuson, and he nailed it. Though Billy and Zach, to me, had very similar voices, so that threw me off sometimes. And I was really worried how they would portray Bubbles based on the trailer, but Courtney B. Vance did a really good job. Instead of working for the state foster care, what's the way to say that? You know what I mean. He actually works for the CIA and then goes undercover and pretends to be the director of the foster care. Why can't I think of the word? Let's just move on. The guy playing David was all right. No big complaints, but didn't really sell me like the cartoon version did either. Not bad, just not memorable for me. But man, we get Amy Hill playing the role of Tutu. If you remember, she was the diner owner in 50 First Dates. I personally love this addition. It was nice to know that Nani and Lilo do have some extended Hanai Ohana around who love them and want to help. And for being live action, I did think it was a realistic change. And as someone who lived in Hawaii for 2 years, I think I'm qualified to say that. Let me see if I still got my Hawaiian pigeon. Oh, brah, where you stay? Oh yeah, we gonna go eat some mean grinds at Auntie's this afternoon. All right, that was a little off. Oh, brah, get that, brothers. We're gonna grill some choke chicken. Then we drive up to Kine, and it's gonna be cherry. Como mai, protect the Ina. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I tried my best. It kind of sounds authentic, right? I mean, Come on. Either way, I love Hawaii and all my loved ones there. Here's a shout out. Love you guys. And then there's the music in this film, and it just makes me feel so happy inside. I don't know about you, but when Hawaiian Roller Coaster comes on, or really any of the other Hawaiian music, I just daydream about Hawaii, the people there, and it's just bliss. It's like deep music. I don't know how to explain it. You know, deep, like these reviews, very thought out with my brain. The visuals were mostly good, and it was just a nice chill film. Every now and then it did feel like a Disney Plus movie somewhat, but then it would jump out and feel pretty cinematic. But it originally was being made for Disney Plus, so that might be why. Here is what I did not like. I was annoyed about some of the changes, but here is the disclaimer. Live action Disney remakes in general is just hard. You got half the audience who says, don't change anything, just make it like the original, so it will be great. Which I get is hard because in live action, it's never gonna feel exactly like the original. But then two, you have the other half of the fans who say, we've already seen this, put a twist on it, make it different. So it's hard to make both sides happy. And then you have the third group of people, which is a smaller group probably, which is me. I don't care if it's the same or different, just as long as it's good and doesn't suck. Like some possibly recent films. Yeah. One of my biggest complaints is wait for it. Gone to! Where the heck was Gone to? Come on, you give us all the other aliens but leave out the big bad muscle of the film? And then they just replace him with Jumba in the end and make Jumba the bad guy? I just kept waiting for that iconic line that Jumba says to Stitch. What? After all you put me through, you expect me to help you like that? Just like that? What? He's very convincing. It goes something like that. This whole change in Jumba in the original just made him very endearing and such a lovable character. But in this live action remake, he's just bad in the end, which, like I said, it's hard to make everybody happy. And also, we never get to see Stitch's strength besides ripping out of a small dog cage. Which, yeah, sure, I get it. Ripping out of a little metal dog cage, I couldn't do that. So yeah, you have to be strong. But what happened to him being able to lift 3,000 times his own body weight and showing that in ways on screen? I really blame the fact that they don't have Gontu for that. I wanted a big fight at the end, one of those nice CGI fights, big alien versus small alien. But alas, it will never be. I was also not a fan of Pleakley and Jumba being humans most of the time. It did not feel as funny and it was a little dull. I get it, CGI is expensive and they're trying to make it look more realistic because obviously we'd notice big aliens going around. But I think it still could have worked to a point. But yeah, it's expensive. But Disney, just a thought. Maybe you should have put more of the $300 million that you put into Snow White into this film, which only had a third of Snow White's budget. Man, nothing makes me happier than knowing Disney has $300 million to put in that masterpiece. Oh, Snow White. But I get it. You wanted us all to care about the original Disney princess. Don't worry, you got most of the country aware of this film. Just not in the way you wanted. But I do hope Rachel Zegler is in the Shrek live-action remake. You all know what I mean. Okay, to be fair, she's young, people make mistakes, and she doesn't look like Lord Farquaad, but her hairstyle does. In the end, I'm going to give Lilo and Stitch, the live-action remake, a 7 out of 10, and it is not flushable. It wasn't a bad movie, and it was actually pretty fun. It could have been better, but it's definitely above the average of other live-action remakes. What about you? Did you like this film? What did you like? What did you not like? Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you like movies and you like bathrooms, click below for more of both. We're doing it, Stitch!